I just want to start off like congratulations on one of the highest anime premieres of all time with season 5. I just want to ask you like, so how does it feel to see this series for both of you? See the series continue to grow in popularity and garner more new fans every day.
Well, thank you, and it's incredible. It's also, I think, deeply humbling to have seen it sort of come from the beginning to where it is now, and still every day growing in popularity, like you said. And I think it's really special that bonds are being forged over that. Like I'm seeing friendships made over watching this show, and families get together to watch it. So I just think that's the coolest.
Super dope. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Cliff?
completely agree. First, thank you for your comments, but yeah, absolutely. It's to see it come this far with it is just phenomenal. It's something I don't think, even when they were telling us in the beginning, like we believe this is going to be a really popular, really big show, I don't think any of us expected it to be what it is. And so that's just amazing. And you know, we're just a small part of that. You know, there's so much creative process that's put into it from the Japanese side of it, and the production of the animation and the writing, and then the adaptive writers and direction and everything, that's the mixing and everything that's done over here. You know, we are just one part of that, and very fortunate to be a part of it, and see it grow into what it has become.
For sure, for sure. But a significant part though, and again, thank you both for what you do. Cliff, I wanted to ask you really quickly, character wise with season 5, what character growth can we expect from your character happen this season? Like what can we expect to see coming?
Oh man, that's the beauty of it, is I don't completely know myself.
No.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. Hopefully we'll get to see more development between him and Deku, and starting to work together more. I feel like the recent movie that we had gave us a little bit of a glimpse at what might be on its way. I'm hoping that we get to develop into those strengths, and to see how they worked so well together in the movie. Maybe we'll get to see that in this season. I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic, but I'm just really excited to see what it's going to be.
Awesome, super dope. No, I feel you. I understand. And then, Justin. So this season we're starting off with like the hero training arc, but then later on we're going to go to the Meta Liberation Army arc. Just to give our like fans a taste of it, like what can they expect to see coming with the coming arc with the Meta Liberation Army coming up soon?
And again, it's hard for me to speculate, but it seems to me like every new villain has gotten wilder and wilder. So if Overhaul is now the baseline, then I can't imagine what's next.
We're just going to keep ramping it up and up and up.
Exactly.
Okay. So a little bit of spoiler and everything like that. So we know that this season Deku will be kind of like evolving a little bit and maybe gaining some new like abilities or whatnot. But I want to go to Cliff really quickly. Like, if your character were to quote unquote potentially evolve, what's a cool power that you would like to see him have?
Oh man. God, what's a power that I'd like him to develop? I feel like Bakugo's already so good at developing his quirk, you know, and that he can do the massive area of effect moves, but he can also do the pinpoint moves. I wonder if it would be possible for him to develop like a delayed explosion, you know, like he could like a time bomb kind of thing. Like if he could remote detonate something, like I think that would be something really cool for him to develop into. I don't know if that's a thing, or if it could be a thing, but I think that would be like, just thinking of his baseline quirk and what other things you could expand on in that. I think that would be something really interesting. So maybe.
No, that's super dope. I think you just made it a thing. I like that. The time bomb, like he touches the rock, leaves, and somebody comes by 5 minutes later, boom, like what happened? Oh, it's Bakugo. Oh my God, I didn't see that coming. Okay. So aside from just interviewing and like working for that hashtag show, I'm also a teacher. And so before doing this interview with y'all, I want to reach out to a couple of my students, and they asked them, did y'all have any questions for you? So I got a couple questions from some of my students really quickly.
Awesome.
First off, Melissa, she wanted to know, what advice do you have for just like breaking into voice acting?
Hi, Melissa. I would say, especially if you're still in school right now and learning, I would get involved in your theater programs or a choir program. Anything that gets you using your voice and learning breathing techniques and all that is a great first stepping stone.
Super dope. Thank you, Justin. Cliff?
Yeah.
I completely agree. Get into theater, get into drama, choir, anything like that. If your school offers it, or if there's something nearby where you could do this, go into like radio or television production classes. See if you could like, you know, shadow at like a local TV station or something. That those are good ways to learn a little bit about production and learn like microphone technique, which is obviously very important for voice acting and would be a great skill to have going into it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm listening to really appreciate that. And then I have one more question from Melanie, another student of mine. She wants to know, is it work that got you to the levels that you are now, or did connections and like personal relationships kind of help you out as well?
It's oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's tough to answer because it's hard to say. You know, there's a lot of skill, but also a lot of luck and sort of being at the places that the opportunities are happening. So I would say my general advice is keep working hard, keep studying, keep practicing, and the more you cultivate that skill, the more likely that you find those opportunities.
Super dope. Awesome. Thank you, Justin.
I would say that it's sort of like a symbiotic relationship between the two after a certain point. Like you have to put in the work in the beginning, and the work will get you noticed, and it might feel like a struggle and it might feel really difficult at the beginning, but it will get you noticed and it will get you an opportunity. And once you have that opportunity and you've worked with somebody, that typically leads into being a networking connection, and it kind of ends up forming this giant spider web of how every little role you've ever had, every little gig you've ever had, makes a new connection, and a new connection leads you to another gig, and this leads you to another thing, and it kind of just always spins out a little bit. So but it does all start with hard work and being able to do the job when the opportunity is presented to you.
That's what's up. Awesome. Thank you so much. I know Melissa and Melody are both gonna appreciate that. Thank you both so much. And then getting back to the show really quickly. So we know we're starting off with the hero training arc, and Toshi Sanosu is making his play to join the hero course right now. Here's my question for both of you. If you had to imagine like an outside character, be from anime, comics, like whatever you want, video games, who's somebody cool that you think would be cool to have them join the hero course?
Oh, wow. I'm a big One Piece fan, so I would say let's bring Luffy in. He's already got like basically a quirk. They all do. So yeah, just to mix it up a little bit.
I think that'd be super fun. Yeah, some gum style right there. That'd be awesome. I like that.
A character from anywhere. I feel like if I wanted to see anybody come into it, a character that has made big waves recently, especially recently, it'd probably be Miles Morales. You know, Into the Spider-Verse was fantastic, and they've been doing a lot of great stuff with that character, and I just feel like they're always pushing that character and his powers in so many unique ways already in the story that I think it would be really interesting to get to see that explored in an academic setting.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Cool. And it's kind of weird because he went through his own academic journey to learn to be a hero himself, so he can relate. Right. So that's awesome. Good job. Thanks. That's dope. Thank you, Cliff. Thank you, Justin. All right. And so as we wrap up, I'm going to let y'all go into you, get prepared for your next interview. But I know you've been doing this press junket for a while, and you get like all these different questions. So my last question for you though is this: what's a question that you wish you were asked? And then what's the answer?
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
See, I flip it. I put it on you right there. See, I flip that. See.
Oh, that is always tough. It's so hard. It's so hard to think of a question I wish I was asked. Justin, do you have anything, man?
I don't know. I guess I like to be asked like what I'm watching, what I'm reading, like outside of anime, or that sort of thing. But the answer is not really that interesting. So I see why I'm not asked it.
Well, you brought up now. I'm a little bit interested though. So wait, what are you watching or reading right now?
Oh gosh. Well, in the realm of superheroes, I saw The Boys, which was really great.
Oh, so good. Awesome.
Girls
do get it done.
Oh yes. So that's been a highlight for me the past year. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool beans. Thank you. Cliff, you got one?
Oh man, I don't know. Can I just answer Justin's question?
Go right ahead. You can steal. That's totally loud. You can steal.
If there's been one highlight of all of us being stuck at home so much recently, is that I have been able to catch up a little bit on media, and I recently started watching Voltron, the Netflix series, and I've put in some episodes on that, and I've been enjoying that. So I'm finally getting caught up on one piece of pop culture that came up in recent years that I hadn't been able to catch up on. So I'm getting there. I'm only like 4 years behind everybody else.
I mean, sometimes it's the best time though. That way you don't get spoiled by fans and everything. You kind of
That's right. That's right. It's all old news to everybody else. They're not talking about it anymore.
Exactly. I do worry that after this interview comes out, you're gonna get a lot of tags on Voltron art now.